This can be a touchy subject because it affects so many people and their families. But I found a quote by Bernie Siegel. It says, "No matter what the statistics say, there is always a way." And this was proven in 2016 when there were 15.5 million cancer survivors in the United States. Now, the National Cancer Institute is saying that 609,640 lives will be taken in 2018 alone by cancer. But cancer is a very common illness, and scientists and doctors are trying to find a cure for it. But this is a serious disease. Our body is made up of billions of cells that group together to make your organs and your tissue. But this is the issue because cancer is caused by the mutation of these cells. And the mutation means where there is abnormal cells created and they divide uncontrollably. And this causes it to occur anywhere within your body. I have a photo. It is a cancer cell and a normal cell. Now, if you look at the normal cell, it shows how it has a small, uniformly shaped nuclei, which means it is a regular cell, and it conforms with the other cells. And that means how they look alike. Every single cell that is ever created in your body pretty much represent the same thing in appearance. Now, normal cells have lower levels of dividing, so they just do not divide as quickly. When you go to the cancer cells, or the abnormal cells, they have a larger non-conforming nuclei, in which makes this outside also non-conforming or irregular. It has many shapes and sizes created, and it divides in large numbers, and that is why it divides quickly and uncontrollably. Now, there are over 100 cancers in the world, and there are 3 common types in the United States. They are carcinoma, sarcoma, and leukemia. Now, carcinoma, it begins in the tissues on the outside of your body, such as your skin. And then sarcoma begins in either the soft tissues or the bone of your body. The soft tissues are more of the fat and the muscle or the deep tissues that you have, while the bone sarcoma is more the bone marrow, and it is more often found in children, and it is also able to spread to other parts of your body because the bone and the tissues and the organs are so close together, it just spreads between the 3. And then leukemia is the cancer of the white blood cells. Leukemia has different types, but the primary types are ALL, AML, CLL, and CML. Now, this shows cancer is deadly, but do you know how it is caused? It's caused by risk factors, and risk factors are something that increase your chance of being diagnosed with cancer. Scientists have found many risk factors, but the top 2 that scientists have found are sunlight or UV rays and tobacco. Now, these are things that you come in contact with every single day, or every other day, or on every weekend. But the sunlight directly damages the DNA inside of your skin, and it physically changes the components of it, which makes you at risk for cancer. Now, there are some protection from your body, like how your body tans. That tan reflects some of the UV lights, but it's still changing the components of your skin, and it's still changing your DNA. Now, tobacco won't change your skin, but it will change your DNA still. And tobacco leads to more mutations, but it does not mean you will be diagnosed with cancer. For example, some people, they smoke a pack or 2 a day of cigarettes, but they never get diagnosed. Why? It's because they have a filter that they are breathing in, But the bystanders of secondhand smoke do not, and they have the greatest risk of getting cancer from smoking. Now, if you are diagnosed, the treatment options are broad, so the doctors will help determine the best treatment for you. But the most common types of treatment are chemotherapy and radiation. The goals of chemotherapy is to cure, control, and get rid of. Chemo is a drug treatment, unlike radiation, where it is beams of intense energy that pinpoints a certain place in your body. The goal of radiation is to stop the growth and stop the spreading of the cancer cells. Now, some people respond to treatment in a positive way, which is fantastic, but in other cases, it takes weeks or even months to respond to treatments. But just remember, the doctors will do everything they can to help stop this disease, whichever cancer you have. They will try to help you. In conclusion, yes, cancer is brutal. Cancer does not discriminate, and many people do not know they have it. And catching it at an early stage makes a huge difference. So try prevention methods such as have yearly checkups or keep the risk factors to a minimum. Watch for signs and obvious causes of risks. Just avoid them in general. This is what the doctors are aiming to achieve, to stop this disease in its tracks.